So hello and welcome. I'm gonna come back to my mat. My name is Rocio, and you might have been here for a while in this channel, in these videos. I am very passionate about sharing rest. And I was saying before, as I started the recording, that I had a little bit of a heavy day with some bad news. Nothing major, but as in life, we live with expectations and plans, and when those plans don't go as we want, usually we get upset, and I am navigating through that. So I think it goes very well with the theme of this class today. I am theming all my practices throughout the year around the yamas and the niyamas, which are the basic ethical codes in the philosophy of yoga. And Asteya is what we're navigating today, which is non-taking, non-stealing. And I am landing it with my experience of today of not taking from this moment and letting the moment be as it is, not wanting things to be different. So, with that said, we will need very little for today. I think being present and being here is more than enough. I have a couple of pillows. I do have like my professional blocks and bolsters of practice, but I always like those practices to have them very practical with things that we have around. To start, we will not need anything really. Maybe a pillow for the head. I'm going to move these three pillows to the side and just lie that on our back, as simple as that. So go ahead and let that pillow for your head support you. Bend your knees and see if you can bring your knees together. If your knees cannot touch, at least focus on having the toes in and the heels slightly out. That is very good for the lower back. And let's spend here a couple of moments. I like when I'm a little bit unsettled to bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, and just allow myself the humaneness of this moment to be. I will be on my side quiet for a couple of moments, so if you don't hear me saying anything, rest assured I am here. And I will let you know when it's time to move to the next shape. Let's just allow ourselves to be. See if you can find in your room, in the space that you're in, sounds that allow you to be in the space that you are in. Not only with me through the screen, but also with yourself where you are as you are. Stay where you are, aware of perhaps the movement of the belly, the pulsations of your heart. We have one more minute here. Not much. Enough. Not taking, just being here. And from where you are, let's have together, if you feel like it, breathe with me. A deep breath in through the nose and a big breath out through the mouth. So through the nose, deep breath in. Open mouth in. Let it go. Let's do that again. That felt very good. Deep breath in. And as we come out of the shape, let's make our way to roll over into one of our sides. Once you see opportunity of leaning into the pillow that we have there and spending here a moment and allowing this curling position to be very nurturing, receiving from the shape. Slow and with care, press one hand on the floor. We're just transitioning, lifting through the torso, and we're making our way into our second shape, which is very easy. With us rehearsing it before, we need two pillows. I'm putting one pillow on top of the other, and this third pillow a little bit like an anchor for the head. But what I was trying before, it's maybe that if you do like a tiny step in between the pillows, the cushions, that might be good. And what we wanted to do is, I usually teach this in class, bring the hip close to the pillows, to the cushions, and then if you have the third one, I'm thinking maybe have it in between the legs, which is very nice. Walk your hands beside the cushions, the pillows. I'm putting this third one so that I can let the head be supported. And I'm just making my way to have some support. And sometimes this is even better because if you have chests and boobies and things in the way, this usually makes it sweeter. So find your way, make sure that your hips on the floor, that this on the side, it's comfy. Let the head rest. I'm rolling a little bit this pillow for the head. That's it. It looks like I'm in the air, but I feel very supported. And then let your arms rest. Check that you don't have a lot of weight on the elbows, and soften something in the face, in the jaw. With this concept of Asteya, non-taking, non-stealing, see if you're taking anything from this moment, and see if you can allow the moment to be as it is. As we did before, find the breath in the back body, perhaps in the heart. And allow the sounds around you let you know where you are, and settle with what is in your awareness around you. where you are, and as you are stay, just notice yourself breathing, softening moment by moment. With this intention of being where you are, and then the moment be as it is. Slowly notice your hands in connection to the floor, to the mat. Walk your hands forward to press the hands on the floor, lift yourself upright, and you just need to roll over into your second side. I will, on my case, move things to the opposite side so that you can see me, but you might just roll your hips to the other side, let the pillows, the cushions be there to support you. I'm just being very cheeky and rotating all of my knickknacks the other way. I am putting, as I did on the first side, that cushion in between the legs and making sure that the clothing or the floor on the hips, it's comfortable, and I'm just making my way to the second side that is different. It requires a little bit of extra wiggle, so make sure that you're as comfy as you can be here. Notice yourself settling, the sounds around you, perhaps even the smells, and let yourself be where you are. awareness of your breath and awareness of how your body's settling moment by moment to the softening of the pillows, of the shape. And then whenever you feel ready, we're planting hands on the floor and gently, gently lifting the torso. Moving very, very slow. And we're just transitioning into our last shape. I want us today to really extend the time that we will be in shavasana. And I want for you to have as many pillows as you can under your knees and under your ankles. I'm placing that first pillow that I had for my head, each of my cushions of my pillows for under my knees. And then this one, I just put it in an angle. So each tip, each corner, I hope you can see it when I come down, is for each of my heels. So I'm letting the feet be supported in each corner because my cushions are a little bit thin. I'm just folding them so that the backs of the knees have support. I'm just leaning down or lying down, making sure that I still keep that support in the back of my knees. That's it. And a little bit under the ankles. And under the head. Make all of the arrangements necessary. If we have it handy, I don't have it super handy, maybe a blanket over you could be nice. And make sure that your chin is a little bit lower than your forehead. If you can, place something on top of your eyes for rest, for cover. And I will keep time, don't you worry. We will be here for a good amount of 5 to 6 minutes. And let's have, as we delve into the depths of shavasana, let's have a deep breath into the nose. Open mouth and side out. Let's do that again. Deep breath in. Keep your mouth closed. Notice the support of the floor, the steadiness that is here, under the legs, under the spine, the shoulders, the head. Relax your fingers, your hands, and let yourself just receive all of this rest. be aware of your body lying down, of the effects of this minutes of practice to the body. You might choose to stay here for a couple of more moments. If you feel inclined to close the practice, you might wiggle toes and fingers, bend knees and plant feet on the floor. Perhaps roll over into one of your sides. And when you're ready, if you wish, press one hand on the floor, make your way up into a seated posture. You might stay lying down on the floor, continue to rest. But if you're closing the practice, bring palms separated in front of you, and as you breathe in, let your heart expand. Breathe out, bring hands to touch in front of your heart space in gratitude for the practice, for the space, for the health of your body and mind. Thank you so much for your practice, and I hope to see you next month.